zMors EQ versus AUFX PeakQ, they both win, depending on what I do. Hello and welcome to the Sound Test Room. My name is Jakob, I'm your host and you're watching a hack vlog. In this vlog, I'm gonna try to answer a question I've been getting from several people. There's actually just one on Facebook that asked me this, but I've gotten several PMs, DMs and emails from people asking me whether they should go for AUFX PeakQ or zMors EQ. The reason why I'm getting these questions now is because I posted a video yesterday, a hack attaQ episode, where I'm using zMors EQ inside Cubase to filter out some frequencies and balance a drum track and a bass track. So the answer to the question is, I don't know. I know it's not a good answer. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna compare them in the way that I view them. So how similar or dissimilar are they? Well, I would say that they're very dissimilar. AUFX PeakQ was specifically designed for working in standalone mode. So it's got global functions that you don't see in zMors EQ, because zMors EQ was specifically designed as an audio unit plugin. So when looking at functions and how they work, they're very dissimilar. Sure, they're both EQs, they're both filter modules that filter off or enhance frequencies. But I would still use both, and if you keep on watching, you'll understand why I just said that. Let's start with zMors EQ. It's got 5 bands, it's got MS processing, meaning you can get some cool stereo action going when you filter stuff. zMors EQ also have 7 different types of filters, so you can set each individual band to a different type of filter, and that's really powerful. Since it's an audio unit plugin only, you need some kind of DAW or audio unit host to run it. Now, I was using Cubase in my video, since it was specifically designed for audio unit mode and to be used inside a DAW of some kind. It's perfect for DAWs. You can load it up in several instances and you've got a great 5-band filter module in your effect track, and you can put them on as many tracks as your processing power allows you. So it's perfect for a production run in something like Cubase. On the downside, I'm using an iPad mini 2, so the screen size is smaller. And why am I mentioning this? It's because there's only one fader inside zMors EQ, and it's for setting the Q value. And I would have liked to have that for the gain value too, because when I'm fingering the nodes and I just want to gain something, I'll inadvertently just change the frequencies and I'll just sit there for half a minute just trying to get it back to the frequency I wanted it again. It can be a bit frustrating. Now, it's not a really big deal, but would have been nice to have a fader for setting the gain value. And that's basically the downside, at least for me. Now, looking at AUFX PeakQ, what I would use AUFX PeakQ for are live modes. When you want to do stuff and you want that one EQ doing everything for you. I love the fact that you have a spectrum analyzer, so you can actually monitor the signals coming in and out, because you can put it in both pre and post mode. So you can see the frequencies coming in before the filter and after the filter. It's also got level meters on the input and output, and it's got a global volume control. It's also got a global record mode, so you can record all the sounds coming into it. It's basically made for standalone mode. It's made to be used that way. It's got 4 bands, and this is where the only downside with it comes in, at least for me. You have 2 peak filter modes and a high shelf and low shelving filter mode, and those 2 latter ones are locked. So you can't change the filter types. You actually can't change the filter types on any of the bands. And that would have been a nice addition to AUFX PeakQ. So Jonathan, if you're listening, being able to change the filter modes would be nice. Another plus for AUFX PeakQ is everything is controlled by faders. So you've got a very nice control and you don't accidentally move around the frequency value when you're adjusting the gain value. So which one is better? Well, I can't tell you which one is better. Sound-wise, my ears are trained, but not that good. I try to run the same drum loop through both EQs and set the filtering to the exact same parameters, and I really couldn't hear any difference. Maybe I've got bad ears, I don't know. Maybe someone out there with better ears can tell me which one they think sound better. In my opinion, they both sound as good. So when working in an environment like a DAW, like in Cubase's, I would definitely go for zMors EQ. In my opinion, it's more of a production run type of equalizer. You can load it up in several instances, it's got 5 bands, and you can switch all the filter modes. It's pretty light on the processor, so quite a few of them before you hit any walls. At least that was the case for me using my iPad mini 2. I'm sure you can get more use of it if you're using a newer model iPad with more power. When doing live stuff, I would definitely go for AUFX PeakQ because it's just better suited for that type of work. You've got the spectrum analyzer, you got the global control, you can record directly into the app. It's just perfect for that. So if this is new to you, if you don't own any of these apps and you want to know which one to buy, I can't tell you. Only you can do that. You have to decide based on the way you work and what you intend to do with them. That's basically it. I'm not telling you to buy these apps, but if you want them, there are links down in the description box. zMors EQ versus AUFX PeakQ, they both win, depending on what I do. As usual, Doug Woods, Colin Sweeney, and me, Jakob at thesoundtestroom.com wishes you a very productive week. Now go finger your stuff and have a lot of fun doing it.